Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, good morning, all that good stuff, all the goodnesses, all the greatness. I feel, when I tell you last week was real, it got real, real fast, and it really put everything in perspective. I'm doing an amazing job as a parent. I'm doing an amazing job as a woman. I know that definition is obscured out here these days, but I'm doing an amazing job. Whether anybody cares, it doesn't even matter if that's important or not to anybody else because it's so important to me. At least to just know, like, for the past 17 years of pausing my tumultuous life to actually be present as a parent, present as a mother, present as a woman. Just grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have been setting a precedent for how you care for yourself and how you care for others in my home. To know that I got sick at the drop of it just came out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, I got sick and I was not able to even get out of my bed. To know that I birthed a person, a beautiful being with an inner light who, when the time came and she was needed to step up, I didn't have to say, I need you to step up. She just stepped right on up. Oh, I didn't even expect that. I expected to have to, be like, Mommy's not feeling well, and I'm gonna need you to do this. No, 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 no. I didn't have to. I am so appreciative. I had a very rough start here on Earth. This go round. This go round was very rough. It was very imbalanced. I was born a scapegoat for a lot of people to get away with a lot of stuff. And as a baby, having to carry so many others' burdens as a little girl, as a young teen, as a young woman, and now as a mother, great, great aunt. I'm sitting here with gratitude. I'm literally sitting here with gratitude that one, I can blink my eyes, I can use my brain to think a thought through. I can breathe. In and out. I can lift my arms up. I can speak. My stomach is going to be growling through this live because my appetite has really come back strong today. I've been taking a lot of goodies for my body, taking care of this good old body of mine with I can't speak about this enough. Ultima Replenisher. I shared a picture of it in my community tab. The electrolyte mix is amazing and it's a broad spectrum. It has a lot of stuff in it, and I'm just like, okay, like there's no vitamin D, so I take vitamin D outside of this. Super vitamin C, 110%, calcium, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, manganese, chloride, which I had to look that up because that threw me off. But that deals with hydration and potassium. And I have honestly been, how can I say this? COVID made its appearance, that was like the worst thing. Like when I realized that I was sick with the shaking, the Pookie shaking, like when Pookie was shaking, like I was like that. And I've never really had the flu before. I've never really had a bad cold before. Only thing I've ever really experienced were respiratory infections, and that's because I was smoking cigarettes at 12 and 10 years old and younger than that. So, I really don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with sickness in my own body. I am a caregiver for type 1. I am very experienced in endocrinology. Okay. But I'm not experienced really in colds and stuff. I just eat good and I take care of my body and I don't eat pork because it swells up my ankles. Um, that's all I know. That's all I do. Um, I take a little vitamin D here only because I know that I don't get a lot of sun like I used to get when I was down south. Because you can even look at me and tell, girl, you don't get no sun because I'm not even dark anymore. Like my nickname used to be dark, even though it had nothing to do with my complexion. It had everything to do with the darkness that I lived through. And I radiated. I radiated darkness. I did. I always have, and I still can. I mean, I lived and I survived and I thrived in the darkness. So it's grown on me, and I like being dark. Even in my home, you can tell where I am. The lighting is low because I'm a low vibrational being. When I'm to myself, I don't need a lot of stimulation. Like I don't even have a television in my room because I have one television in this home. My daughter has a projector, but like we rarely even look at the TV. I was thinking the other day I should bring my TV in my room. I'm like, no, I do not want anything close to me in my bed. I'm really big on frequency in my bedroom. So this is where this is where my office is. Everything is like, everything in my room has to give me my space because this is also my little castle area. But I'm just really grateful to be feeling amazing. I really enjoyed the attention from my friends and family that I can tell were kind of worried about me. And I don't blame them because in the beginning, like I said, when I realized I was sick, I got scared. But I have to say this. I don't have all of the answers to every scenario and situation that exists or may exist or have existed. What I do have is the luxury of balance. I can find balance in almost any situation. I'm not even going to say almost. I can find balance in any situation. Even with the situation with my DNA test, when it came out, it was very heavy. It was very heavy. Most people probably would have harmed themselves or been in Bellevue. And I've had numerous people tell me that, I don't know how you're doing this. I would kill myself. Forgive me for saying that. That's definitely wrong. If you need help, seek help. No one should ever have to feel like they don't want to live. And I mean, but I understood what my loved ones were saying. Like, this is something that I wouldn't wish on anyone to have to go through, but I have to go through it. And I also have little eyes watching me, wondering, is she going to be okay? Is she going to make it? Is she going to fail me? Is she going to fail herself? I am a mother. So, a lot of things that I do is a learning process for me because my normal reaction to things would probably be imbalance, emotional, irrational. Yes, I was that crazy little black girl, but I was allowed to be that. I was never taught that, um, people have feelings. People are supposed to be treated humane. I never was raised up with this new America that's really big on pro life. I was raised by people that I don't even know if this age of people are even on YouTube. My mom, my dad, and my dad would have been over 100 years today. I've only been here 43 years. So my experience and my lens is from an advanced perspective. It's not from a perspective of a 20, 30, 40, even 50. Hell, I want to say even 70-year old. Um, 80 years old. I have a lens that was given to me from real hardcore elders. I mean, 60 years difference, 70 years difference from me. And it's so beautiful that my sister, we are a lot of years apart, a lot of decades apart. And I just feel so connected to her. And I love her so much. I don't know if she listens to my channel. If she doesn't, that's fine. Everybody's not into, you know, social media and socializing and all that type of stuff because I'm still an introvert. And I'm even grateful for that process because I haven't always been an introvert. I just had to realize that, I can be a loving and giving person, but I have to be careful who I'm loving and giving to in this type of society since it's so parasitic. I don't know if someone was around me that had COVID and didn't say anything or what, but I know that me and my daughter are super careful because she is type 1 infections of any type. I really work very hard day in and day out to avoid that. So, it's like I am going to be grateful after just knowing everything that I know and really experience everything I've had to experience this past week. I'm really to the point where I'm just grateful. Like this is titled, I'm just grateful for all things seen and unseen. Because a week ago, I didn't know I was going to be able to be sitting up in this chair today. I'm doing a live. I'm sitting up here like, oh my God, I'm finally on chapter 13 of AB 3121. And then I wanted to get it done. And then actually today, I'm going to really utilize this energy while I have it. And I'm going to be doing some uploads. I can't say they're going to be this morning because the recording, the editing, and then the converting the video to the video, YouTube video, takes a little bit of time. But I'm going to use my energy today and work on the rest of this reparations report. I've been waiting for somebody to ask me, why am I doing this? Is it to get reparations? Because I would just laugh at you like, how do you sound? I want to know what's wrong with us. How everyone for decades has woken up and went to sleep and went to work. I mean, every second once somebody is getting killed, one of us. My cousin was just murdered last weekend. After the state robbed him of his life and his freedom for no reason, for no apparent reason. Why would I want to? It's insane. It's a little insane for me to be a part of something and not understand it, not understand it, not even like it. Like I've had enough problems with enough people consistently for me to say, hey, you know what? I need to get to myself and figure out what the hell is going on here. Why are black men that I've been connected to, not all of them, some of them are amazing. Why are most of them damaged? Why does my daughter not have a father to this day? Active parent. I've done a lot of growth. I let him get away with murder and an illegal divorce. I mean, gosh, I didn't want to be the bitter black woman, so I let him abuse us. I let everyone get away with abusing me. Everyone got away. Everyone, even down to Grandma Bert. I forgive you, Grandma. It's okay. You needed me to be the crack baby to make you guys look good. It's okay. I forgive ya. No big deal. I didn't never deserve to know the truth. No big deal. The fact that her two sisters would even call me for this pagan holiday crap was a gesture that I appreciated. It was okay. But you know, it's like I've let blacks use their pickaxe on me consistently since I've been here. I had when I was adopted, I needed to fulfill a need for this family who wanted a baby. I've done my due diligence to everybody. I have poured myself out to everyone that needed a piece. I have. And I'm grateful that I even learned through that process that was the worst thing I could have ever did. And this is why the momentum has changed now. Most people don't avoid me because they can. It's because they have to. Most people probably never even expected me to make it this far. I mean, you left me for dead in the streets with the baby. Time and time again, I opened up because I needed support and help from my own people. And time again, I learned I have to stand on my own by myself. So when I hear people say, we, most fois parlez-vous, I not understand what we is. We wasn't together sleeping in my car. When my daughter insulin at the bottom of the truck, try to keep it cold. I don't have a right to dilute my testimony just to make other people comfortable. I'm grateful. There were so many things going on. I had no idea were happening, were being said. Different energies that were attached to me. Mind you, I felt them. I just could not distinguish who, what, when, where, why, and how. But this year has really been the year of perspective for me. And next year, all of the bullshit, all of the baggage, um, all of the energy wasting that I used to do is completely finito, finished. Me giving my energy to things that I can't change, that's not an option. I'm just grateful for this process. My book, oh my goodness. I don't even know, like, they're probably gonna they're probably gonna ban my book. And I hate to speak like that, but it's like I don't want to sit here and act like the way I am going to align in this story is just going to be accepted by this society. I don't see that happening. But you know what? Everything has its purpose, even the truth. I don't know nobody else's story. I don't know anyone else's process. I know my process, and I know people took my truth to their graves intentionally. But that still didn't stop me from finding out what I needed to know to heal myself. And this process has changed me. Some people, places, and things that I used to be and be around and need to be a part of, I don't have that need anymore. That longing that I used to have because I was trying to be part of the crew, part of the family, part of whatever I done made up in my head. I even had to teach my daughter, we don't have the right as individuals to determine how someone else is going to treat us. We only have the right to pay attention and live accordingly. Chase no one, chase no thing. What's for you, you do not have to chase. And never be too wise about what you may be being saved from by this person not being there. Because, honey, I be looking at some people's problems. Yes, I do. I do it very well. I be looking at some people's problems and I'm be like, child, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that because I don't think I could deal with that. Yeah. We all have our own battles. When I tell you, COVID did not stop me from eating. I hope the microphone is not too loud. I didn't check anything. I was just feeling so good. I wanted to pull up on the block. I had a wonderful day on YouTube yesterday. I'm normally just a watcher. I watch and I don't say nothing, but lately I've been commenting. I guess this brush with COVID that gave me a little bravery. I just been doing a lot of commenting lately, which I normally don't like to do because with me being an Aquarius, I can say something and people will not have a clue where my lens is, like, they won't get where I'm coming from. They'll go way left somewhere where I'm not even thinking about. Cause I'm left-handed too. I'm left-handed and I'm an Aquarius, okay? You know, my mom used to be like, I was a witch, not like a witch, but it was bad for little, I guess, black girls to be left-handed or something. They used to try to, I don't even remember this. My cousin was telling me about it. Like, she used to try to, my mom used to try to make me write with my right hand, because I guess, I don't know, she was over there in England a lot too. So, you know, they didn't like witches and all this stuff. I don't know what the hell. I'm left-handed and I'm very intelligent, emotionally intelligent. And I'm not just saying it like just to be like I'm smarter than you. No, I have a systematic thinking system. How do you think I survived when everybody was trying to kill me all that time? How do you think I survived? With everybody as my enemy. Like, I literally was born with real grown ass enemies. Real enemies. And now they're dead. These people are dead and their grandchildren hate me. Like, I'm just this quest that they had to hide the truth from. It's so amazing when you really sit down and process the whole thing. Like, whoa. Yeah, a lot of people are never going to hear from me again. The reality of this shit has sunk in. And I lost a lot of respect for a lot of different people, especially my friends on the outside. My family, they don't get they don't get no slack. Whoever is woman enough or man enough to apologize and be a support is welcome. If you can't apologize for not helping me, for not calling child protective services, for not protecting me, or you joined in because I was the little lost Indian, okay? And I forgive everybody. But that don't erase nothing. Forgiveness don't erase anything. Forgiveness just frees me up. And this is why I'm grateful for things seen and unseen, because I never knew last year when them results came back and this lady was talking to me and I'm sitting there trying to not throw up. I never knew that I would be sitting here with so much power and feeling so rich. Like, I really feel rich. I don't even feel it. It's like I know, I know exactly who I am. I know there are counties and towns out here that were created by my blood. And I also know there were immigrants that came over here from Germany, Scotland, Ireland, the whole damn UK. And a lot of those people are in my DNA and they're not happy about it. Their goal was to erase us, not to become part of us. See, I'm seeing the whole picture now. Just like the Africans that were enslaved in antebellum Maryland, along with my dad's baby sister, who was enslaved as a baby, when my grandmother responded terribly to the Homestead Act. Cordelia, she needed she needed an advocate. But the Homestead Act came out when my dad was born, and by the time he was about 9 or 10, I would imagine she thought passing as white would be easier for her, and she wasn't wrong about that. I see her picture. She wasn't wrong about that. She didn't want the life of a Negro or a black. And I can't say that I blame her. I just wish she had not hurt my father, because that moment is what summoned me here over 80 years later, over 70 years later, over 60 years later. That moment, way back then, before I even got here, was a catalyst to me being here. And I won't go into that because it's some deep psychological shit. Because that's what trauma is. It's psychological wounds. When your mother leaves you, even it's the same thing when a father leaves you. My daughter has issues of abandonment. Her mother has issues of abandonment. I was left in the hospital. So what person would I be if I ensured that my daughter's issues weren't attended to? Would it be fair for me to know she's got those issues coming from me and those issues coming from her because it was done to her? Why would I add on to that? And I tell her all the time, I know what it's like to be left. I know what it's like to want to be loved by people who cannot love you. I also know what it's like to let go. Give up on that. It may never happen. Don't chase nothing. How do you know what you're not being? How do you know you're not being saved from something? How do you know that person isn't really a monster? How do you know? You don't. You have gratitude for all things, seen and unseen. I'm grateful for everything that I was saved and spared from. It's not to say I don't have no wounds. Yes, I got wounds. I have issues, and I embrace every one of them. I've got paranoias. Why? Because I done seen too much. I seen what people will do to you. I seen it. I've had it done to me. I have bent over backwards for people who wouldn't even been over to pick me up. I'm just grateful that I can understand it. If I know that, then I won't put myself in situations to where I have to keep learning that lesson. I learned that lesson already. I would love to be part of I don't want to say family, because that shit is played out. I would love to be part. I would love to be part of something beautiful that has room to grow and that has room to be a support system on many levels, to many ages and many genres of people and many races and many backgrounds. I would love to be part of something like that. And I always hear blacks, we got to do for each other and look out for each other and community, do this and do that and do this and do that. Like I always hear, we got to get our own this and that. But where is the action? Who's building what? It's not the church. The church, I told them I was homeless child. Let me shut up. I ain't gonna go there. You know, you gotta have a certain last name and a certain tax bracket to get help from this sick parasitic society. And I don't really appreciate being tricked into even having a child and bringing a child into this shit. But I did. We're broken blacks who would rather harm one another to feel powerful than for them to actually build something where that we can all utilize and be great from. I can't talk about white people. Every white person in my life has always been a gift to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the truth. It's the truth. And I love myself. I can't say I love my people because all my peoples is dead. Everybody gone. Like I love this. My people, where are they? There. I am my people. I am my people. I do have people that I have grown connected to since my shelter stay. They saw something in me. You know, they saw strength. They say I got all this strength. I don't call it that. I call it, what the fuck you expect me to do? You know, I don't, that's one of those unseen things that I'm grateful for because I don't see me as strong. I see people who call me that as weak. Like, what the fuck do you do when your back is against the wall? How am I strong because I survived? That's what I was supposed. That was the plan. You know, it wasn't by chance that I survived. I don't see it as strength. I be exhaustingly winning. Breath, they like to kill me. I get it. Strength is a word. There's more layers to strength than just saying, "Ooh, you're strong." Strength isn't a tangible I can put on my plate. It's a mindset. Like it's a whole programming. It's not just that simple. Oh, you're just strong. That's why I'm like, we gotta find a better way to address that saying. Look, you're strong. You need to say it. It's just saying it should have weight to it. You know, it's a balance. There's this balance that I have now, and it's just you can tell the difference even from my first blockcast. And I was going into the shelter. All I really ever wanted to do was just be. And no matter where I was, at what age, I never had that opportunity. I had to live out other people's, I had to live out other people's, wants and dreams and wishes. The piano. I love that I took the piano. I love that my mother did that for me. But I never wanted to play the freaking piano. She wanted to play the piano. I got beat for that shit. So when I had my baby, I said to her, you get to pick. You get to pick who you are. You get to pick what you like. You get to pick. And she did. I wasn't given that opportunity. So it's like, I'm just grateful to know that I'm even capable of doing what was never done for me. That's a big deal. Because most hurt people hurt people. Most hurt people hurt people. Grand Rising, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. I am feeling, as you can tell, I sound pretty good, right? Only thing I'm dealing with, peace and love to the block. I'm telling you, I'm just very, very, I'm just over the moon right now. Um, Only thing that I'm really still dealing with is the exhaustion. Still a little tired. My girlfriend said, she said that she was still dealing with the exhaustion for about a couple of weeks after she felt better. So knowing that and having people that actually went through COVID, because a lot of people, I don't know, like it was like it's not real and all this shit or whatever. As a caregiver, we try to have no risks with Gina taking type with her insulin dependency. So we never got it. I never got it when it was all of those different variants coming out. I didn't wear no N95 mask. I wore the simple mask only when I was out in public because I know, like, I live in New York. Like, some people don't go to the doctor. You got homeless people that walk up to you coughing. Listen, I've walked past people smoking on the other side of the street and I can smell the cigarette smoke. Not the other side of the street, but like on the other side of the block, like by the buildings, and I'm by the street and they blowing smoke and I can smell their cigarette smoke through my freaking mask. I'm like, ugh. But I let people know my daughter's type 1. If you have COVID, please make sure you get a test before you come to my house. Like, you have to respect me that much. I didn't have too many people say something. One time, one person was like, I guess she was taking it personal. Like, I don't have time for personal people. Child, we do what we have to do to stay healthy no matter what. You know what I'm saying? N95 mask, I gotta wear it every time I come out my room. I don't have no problem wearing it. I don't care who's gonna hear this and feel like, oh, she's blah blah blah. I don't give a damn what you talking about. My ass was sick, honey, and I don't even get sick. But I will say this. And this is another thing I'm grateful for that was unseen. A lot of my family members got the vaccine. A lot of my family members, because I have a spiritual lineage family who is my adopted family. I have a biological family, 2 sets, maternal and paternal. So I got 2 trees, but technically 3 trees. Okay? Got a lot of family. Okay? I have over 14,000 living relatives. Okay? And that's biological. Um, and we all have common ancestors. That's why my tree is the bomb. Nobody can try me about my tree. Everything is DNA back too. Cause honey, that's just like in the downtown. If you go in Philadelphia City Hall, you look at my records. My records gonna tell you my mom and dad is somebody who is not my mother and father. So a lot of people be slipping on DNA. Listen, you gotta learn to use all tools for your advantage. Cross check, cross reference, boom, you got your facts. It's simple. People make things harder than it really is. But I've really been exhausted. I've been getting my rest. Like, my body was really sore a couple of days ago. I'm not sore anymore. And I really believe my body was really fighting. I really do believe my body was fighting. if I catch COVID again, I honestly am glad that I did not get the inoculation. Um, I'm actually glad that I did not get the inoculation, and I'm going to state at least three reasons why. One, I have no idea what effect those injections and boosters would have given me. I have no idea what effect those those shots and those boosters, all 19 of them, because I swear, honey, I had no idea what that was going to do to me by itself. Number two, I like natural immunity. I have some. They say that I'm immune to malaria because I'm indigenous to these lands, north, south, and the Arctic part. Yeah, uh, yeah. I hear Africans are not immune to malaria. I hear indigenous Americans are immune to malaria. So, okay, I really believe in my immune system, and I was like, okay, well, okay, now that I got it, I said, okay, now I got COVID. So now I just want to beat it. That first day I was in here shaking like Pookie, honey. And when my test came back, I was like really upset because I worked so hard not to get it. But again, like I said, beating it was my number one goal. I have the best loved ones in the world. My daughter ensured that I got something to eat and I had plenty of fruit and plenty of fluids. Oh my God, I was really like not used to not seeing her face every morning. So that was a little weird. And I was like, I just texted her, I was like, I have to hug you because she took such good care of me. Um, and then I'm just really glad that I did the research and I made a conscious decision that I am proud that I made and I stand by it still. I do not believe if I had got the vaccine and all of the many boosters that come with it, the whole set, the 2.0 set, I don't believe that would have stopped me from getting COVID. And there's another thing. I look at a lot of death certificates and there's a lot of cardio things going on in our family and my bloodline, especially on my dad's side. My mom's side too. Myocarditis is on a lot of my family's death certificates. Um, I just the more information I was getting about my family, I had to change the title to this for a second because I'm really like oh my bad. I'm still up here trying to change this and they won't let me. I'll do it after the fact. Um, I'm glad that I did not get it simply because I don't know what outside of normalcy what I be having to deal with my medical health. And I ain't for that. I'm not for that. I'm already dealing with vaccine injuries in my home as it is that nobody wants to admit is a vaccine injury. Because nobody wants to be responsible. But honey, for me, for somebody who for the first 7 years of my daughter's illness after her coma, 9-day coma, after waking up, I didn't sleep for 7 years straight. I never got a good night's sleep. Like my cousin say, you are her person. She said, you are her person. No one can care for her like you do. And when I hear that, I say, you know what? I like hearing that, but we're going to do better than that. She's going to learn to care for herself better than I do. And this is why I'm just grateful for all things seen and unseen. I'm just feeling stronger, really, really finding balance, embracing my family tree. Yesterday, I was chatting with a couple of people on their lives. I really enjoyed that. I love when my name is said. When they be like Chef on the Block, I love it. I love my name being said. Peace and love to everybody who showed love to me on their channel yesterday and always. Sending nothing but love and support to each and everybody. Um, I do want to say, when I'm talking about Black issues, it's never, this is never about people that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a teenager. I'm happily divorced. I'm a misclassified original woman, descendant of peoples of the Americas who were targeted and abused and used. I have ancient Moor relatives. I have African slave relatives. Hell, my dad's aunt was turned into an indentured servant, slave as a baby. She was born after the 1900s. So that's my aunt. My perception can be understood by almost anyone, depending on the level of their emotional intelligence. That is a real book, The Emotional Intelligence Bible. It is a 13-hour audiobook. I highly recommend it, especially to Black people. I'm not trying to be smart, but there are so many layers and levels that are missing, that were missing from the people that I had to learn and grow up around. So many levels that we need at an early age are missing in our so-called communities, well, our neighborhoods, because there's no such thing as a Black community to me. I don't think there ever could be one. I don't think there can be that on this land, since everyone has agreed to be a prisoner of war. How do you expect to thrive somewhere where you're not thriving is the goal? I see things differently. A lot of people are comfortable with the way things are. I've never been comfortable with anything or anyone. but myself. I'm learning to find comfort in others, but it's hard. It's hard because I don't like giving my energy away. I don't like giving my energy away. I'm just so grateful for feeling good. I'm grateful for being in my right mind. I'm up here thinking I'm gonna go crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing all this shaking. I'm probably not even gonna be able to use my brain next week. Am I gonna be able to think for myself? Am I gonna be able to continue to do what I was doing? Because a lot of people that went through COVID early on are still like my daughter's godmother still hasn't got her smell back, and this has been like 2 years. So I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful. I haven't tested negative yet, so I am thinking I'm going to do the test on day 10. And I think we're on like day 6, 7 now. Tomorrow will be 7 days. So about Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to do another test. Gina needs to give me a negative because I honestly believe I got this for my daughter. And it's not even a bad thing. She went to the doctor, and it's possible between here and there, she was around someone that was sick who was not doing what they were supposed to do. It's just that possible. It's possible. Um, or when I went to the doctor, because we both went to the doctor the week before, I walked where I had to go though. She was more on the train. She was way more in the public than I was. And I thank God the way she had it, all she had was a sore throat. And she was sleeping a lot. I did notice her sleeping a lot though. So it's just like I'm just grateful. Like all of that was going on and I didn't know. I didn't know my daughter was sick. She didn't know she was sick. So I'm grateful for that. It's just everything could have been so worse. Like she could have been in the hospital with her blood sugar. She didn't have no issues with her diabetes. Her blood stayed pretty much stable because she's on the pump. And I'm like, wow, I gotta make sure that her medicine is coming. So I'm starting to teach her how to keep up with everything. So she can order her own medicine just in case something happens. Like something can happen to me tomorrow and I don't live anymore. And see, this is why I think people see me as strong. I don't think that I'm strong. I think I'm more of a realist than anything. The reality of things are very dear to me. I don't want to live in a fairy tale land and making up stuff. And I don't like lies. I don't like being misled. I like to know what I got to deal with. I like to know, okay, I'm feeling better. I don't know if I'm over this yet. So, I'm going to gradually clean, gradually get up and do things, do this and that. And then I'm going to also, in a little bit, get back in my bed and lay down and rest my body. I'm not going to go run out and just go buy me some beers. I'm going to keep drinking my electrolyte mixes. Because I was feeling a little dehydrated. It's like no more I drank, I couldn't feel like I was drinking anything. Like it felt like I was still thirsty. I want my daughter to drink some of these mixes too. I'm just really grateful for all things seen and unseen. And I really am proud of my body and my immune system. And I have no wants to go get that daggone shot. I don't want it. I don't want it. This is a public health crisis. This is something that individuals have to deal with in their own way. I don't want myocarditis. That shit has took enough of my family members. I don't want any adverse effects. No one can specifically state to me using my name as an individual. No one can say this is what it's going to do. Boom, 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 boom. If anything happens outside of this, you need to let us know and we're going to be in trouble. If nobody can tell me that, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't want it. I'm happy with the results. I just can't force myself to believe in something if I don't believe in it.
It's a good morning. This is a good morning. This is a really good morning. This is a new morning. This is a new day. This is a new vibrational point of attraction. This is a new beginning. This is me new into the world. This is me choosing my vibrations more deliberately. This is me in this good morning being aware of the way I am feeling. This is me being in touch with my emotions. This is me. A good morning. This is me in my good morning being aware of the value of my emotions. This is me new in this day with a vortex full of all kinds of things that are readily, even immediately, some eventually, all eventually available to me. This is a really good day. This is the beginning of me deliberately tuning myself to the frequency that allows my receptive mode. This is me in my new day, in this good morning, allowing myself more than ever before to be in the receptive mode. The receptive mode of everything that I've intended, everything that I've asked for, everything that I've put into the vortex, all that I've become. Full alignment with all that I have become. This is a good day. This is a new beginning. This is a new beginning for me. Good morning.
Grand
This is a new
Rising.
day. Today, everything in my world will respond differently to me than it has ever before. Because while I slept, all momentum subsided. And now that I'm awake, I'm taking care to focus in ways that will allow my receptive mode. I know that I am an extension of source energy. And I know that I've come into this physical time-space reality with purpose. And I know that this time-space reality has served my purpose well. I sifted and sorted and decided, and I've come to all kinds of conclusions about things that are important to me. And I've put them into my vibrational reality where they have been tended to, who is at the basis of my really good day. I like knowing that you are aware of me, and I like knowing that you will go everywhere I go today. I like knowing that you'll be in on the conversation that you are, that you will care about the people that I am interacting with, and that you will know what their intentions are. I view that you hold is available to me, and I like that whatever I'm ready for now, I will feel an impulse about. This is a really good day.
Mhm.
Contrast will still exist, and from it, I will find more things that I desire. I know that in this really good day, that those contrasting experiences are not me being off my path, but still being on my path. I embrace the contrast that comes today, and I keep it in perspective because I understand that it's not me leaving my path. I understand it's me still on my path, doing what I intended when I came into this time space reality. So I'll sift and I'll sort, and I'll come to yet new awarenesses of what I want. And all day I will be keenly aware of the way I feel. I expect that in this day I will feel good all day long. Good within contrast because I understand it. Good with my deliberate attention of focus because I understand that. Better today than any day before because I'm conscious that it's going to begin with. Really good day. My vortex is full of manifested potential. My vortex is a now reality that I can feel my way into. Today I intend to feel exhilaration about things not yet manifested because I understand the reality of them. I now get what true faith is. I get what true belief is. It's an understanding of the way the universe works. It's an understanding that vibration precedes manifestation. It's an understanding that the vibration is a reality. It's an understanding that I can achieve vibrational alignment with that vibrational reality. It's an understanding that I can find that feeling of well being even without the manifestation. I embrace this really good, unconditional day. Today will be full of conditions. There will be driving and traffic and people and business and commerce. There will be conversation. There will be all kinds of information about all kinds of things. And I accept that as the basis of my manifested reality. But there will also be insights and emotions. There will also be knowledge. There will also be information coming from source. There will also be me in the receptive mode. This is a really good day. I will have more awareness of my vibrational reality today than I ever have before. I will be more aware of the way I feel than I have ever been before. And while I will be moving about a physical, manifested, material world, and I will be embracing it, and I will be applauding it, and I will be appreciating it, I am also predominantly unconditional in my beingness today. Maybe for the very first time, at least better than I've ever been before. Because today, the way I feel is not dependent upon the conditions that have already manifested. It's dependent upon the vibration that I sense, the vibration that I'm tuned to, the vibration that I understand, the vibration that my source holds, the vibration that I have access to, the vibrational frequency of who I am. Today is a really good day. Today, I'm going to pronounce myself an emotional being, which means today I'm going to pronounce myself a vibrationally astute being, which means today I'm going to pronounce myself aware of my guidance system and using it to the best of my ability. I understand that the source within me is aware of where I stand in relationship to everything that I desire. And I believe with all that I am that my inner being is guiding me along the path of least resistance, which also happens to be the path of my greatest joy, the path of my greatest clarity, and the path of my most fun. So I pronounce today, on this really good day, that no matter where I am going, and no matter what I am doing, and no matter who I am doing it with, that it will be my dominant intent to hold myself in the place of feeling good. Today is the day that I pronounce as my day of greatest appreciation. Today is the day that I pronounce as my day of greatest awareness. Today is the day that I pronounce as my day of greatest emotional awareness and emotional response to my awareness. A liver of unconditional love, unconditional clarity, unconditional alignment, unconditional attunement. Today, I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on to who I really am. Today, I intend, to the best of my ability, to fulfill myself as I am meant to be fulfilled. Today, I'm going to look for reasons to feel good and I will find them. And if I stumble upon something that doesn't feel so good, I will revel in the perfection of my guidance system and I will make the adjustment today. Good night.
Please be safe and aware. I love you. I hope all is well. Grand Rising, all that good stuff. Have a wonderful, beautiful. Is it hump day? No, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow something. I'm gonna work on AB3121. Look out for some more downloads. I mean uploads. And once I'm done, I actually plan to go back and do some live streams and some and I want to make some shorts. It's a lot of videos because 492 pages is a lot of information. Um, I I'm making my daughter read it before she graduates. She has to read it. I need her to understand where she lives, who she is to the United States, who the United States is to her. I need her to know that. I don't need her making up, wishfully thinking, anything. I need her to know hardcore facts so she can stand on her square and her 10 toes like her mama does. Peace and love, peace and love. Please, if you have not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? It's free. Join us here on the block. I share tons of information. I do also share my process of rebuilding self from the inside out. Peace and love to you and yours. Like, comment, subscribe. You can even dislike. Please, if you don't like it, just hit the dislike button. You can do that. I don't have any quarrels with energy. Energy is energy. Please, again, be safe and aware. I love you.